Hello, Bots and Books fans. This is Scorp1701, and we have made it to day 5 of our week-long Pop Extravaganza. Dun, dun, dun. And tonight we are going to be reviewing the Funko Pop Retro Transformers Funko Shop Limited Edition Jetfire. Whew, that was a mouthful, but yes, this is a pop that's exclusive to the Funko shop online, and he has been sold out for weeks. I was very, very fortunate to grab one of these up at a decent price on the second party market, and I just had to have him. So taking a look at the box, you can see Pop Retro Toys here at the top. You have Transformers and the Autobot logo there, number 35. You have Jetfire in his very controversial form, I think, and you can see him in there. You see FunkoShop.com limited edition sticker here. You can see his name, Jetfire. He's a vinyl figure, a figurine in vinyl, and figura del vinyl. You see a lot of warnings on the box here. On this side of the box, you have Pop Retro Toys, Jetfire. You can see his head sticking up there, and number 35. On this side of the box, you can see Pop Retro Toys, and you see what he looks like out of the box. You can see Jetfire here, and number 35 here. On the top of the box, you have his head sticking up, Funko Pop Retro Toys there. On the bottom of the box, you just have some words and barcodes and stuff that no one's really interested in. And finally, if we go to the back of the box, you can see this awesome space battle between Optimus Prime, Prowl, and Starscream, and Soundwave, and all sorts of other bots in there that we've seen all through our lives ever since we were kids getting these toys. You have Pop Retro Toys here, number 35. Jetfire here on the side of the box. You can see Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, Jazz, and Soundwave. You have some more credits for the box down here, and that is pretty much the back of the box. And that is Jetfire in the box, but no one wants to see Jetfire in the box. I know I don't. So let's get this controversial little guy out and see what he can do. And here we have Jetfire out of the box. And out of the box, he stands just over 5 inches tall, coming up all the way to the top of his little antenna on the top of his head. Now, during this review, I want to go ahead and apologize that I may call Jetfire Skyfire, because the history of this particular character is very, very controversial. I am very surprised that they have him in this original form, because when he first came out in the Transformers, his name was, of course, Jetfire, and this was what he looked like. But it turned out that this particular form was stolen from like a Robotech design, and Hasbro did not actually have the rights, so Jetfire was changed to Skyfire and his design was redone. So again, it was very controversial that he was ever in this mode to begin with, and I'm again surprised that Funko was able to get a okay to go ahead with this design. That is kind of a brief history, so let's take a quick look at him. As you can see, he has a huge white head. He has these little antennas coming up. There are 4 of them coming off and going in different directions, so that's pretty neat. Has a nice red visor here. Coming down to his body, you can see it is nicely done, and a lot of jet parts you can see. Has mostly red and white and black on his chest, coming down to a cockpit right here in the center with a nice Autobot symbol there. His arms are made up with some black detail here, mostly white, but then you have some red striping coming down to some white fists. On the side you have some red panels. That is very cool. On the right side of his hand, he has his gun, which is really large, nicely molded in there, got a big scope there. His legs got some red panels at the top, silver, and some white, red, and black colored panels at the bottom, coming down to his toes, which would be a nice sticker detail. So that is interesting. Some thrusters for the bottom of the feet. On the back, he has this nice jetpack thing with a little bit of thrusters there. That is awesome. And some more red detail here and some black for the feet. And for your articulation, a pop only has 1 point of articulation, and that is going to be his head. So this big canoodle can go around 360 degrees like so. Boom! Yeah, and that is pretty neat. Wish sometimes, you know, the arms could move and the legs. That would be pretty neat, but hey, why break tradition? Alright, that's the articulation. Moving on. And for comparison, as you can see, this is definitely where they drew inspiration for this particular pop. The head is exactly the same, coming down even to the designs on the chest, the black and the red, and the cockpit going down right in the middle with the Autobot symbol down there. Very unfortunate place. The sticker details, the reds and the panels and the stripes, everything is almost identical. So they did a real good job emulating the toy to the pop. I would have gone with the new design with the Skyfire, but I don't get to make those decisions, and whoever did must have had a good reason, and hopefully they won't get sued for using this design. Maybe they work some kind of contract out with the Robotech. And for some comparisons with some other Funko Pops in this line, you have Optimus Prime. Jetfire is a little bigger than Prime, but that's okay. The little guns on the top of his head is going to make him bigger than all the other Pops in this line. So take him out. And here he is with Megatron. Megatron's head's a little wider than Jetfire's, which makes him a little more intimidating, I think, but whatever. Okay, get out of there, Megatron. And lastly, I want to put in Starscream to see these two. Now, this is interesting because in the cartoon, Skyfire and Starscream were friends until Skyfire found out that Starscream was evil, and then Starscream tried to kill Skyfire, and it just turned all sorts of topsy-turvy, and Skyfire was actually a Decepticon at the time and turned to an Autobot. But anyway, that is your comparisons. And this has been the Funko Pop Retro Toys Transformers Jetfire, the FunkoShop.com limited edition exclusive. And I am very happy I was able to find this guy at a reasonable price. And if you're looking, I think they're still sold out at the Funko Shop, so you'll probably have to go to eBay or Mercari or someplace else like that, but hopefully you'll be able to get him at a reasonable price like I did. This particular figure has the potential to go either skyrocket or no one wants him, because either you loved this design for him because it was based on the toy, or you hate it because you would like the G1 cartoon design. Truthfully, I would have preferred the G1 cartoon design for Jetfire, which is actually Skyfire, but this is the toys, so we're looking at this Robotech looking thing, and I guess they made an agreement to actually do this design again. So, oh well, this is what you get. It's unique, it's interesting, it will be a special piece in your collection, I think. So that's the review. And that also brings us to the end of our pop extravaganza that we've been doing all week, taking a look at the Funko Pop Retro Toys Transformer line, and I think it was a pretty good line. Hope you enjoyed the reviews as much as I did making them, and until next time, guys, keep playing.
Robots in disguise, the Transformers.